Okay, so the next topic is friend function and returning objects. Okay, now let us understand what is a friend function and uh, what are returning objects. Okay, so in the last video we have already seen object passing. Okay, so friend function is a little bit more complicated than object passing. So first you should have properly understood object passing, then only you can understand friend function. Okay, so the first point is, what is a friend function? A friend, there are two types of functions. One is friend function and another is member function. Okay, a member function is a part of a class and it can access a member function is a part of a class. Okay, a member function is a part of a class and it can access private variables of a class. Okay, now what is a friend function? A friend function is not a part of class. It is not a part of class, but still it can access private variables of a class. How it can access private variables? Because it is a friend function. Okay, so the advantage of friend function is that it can access private variables of a class. So these are the two types of functions we are talking about. Friend function. Okay, now what is a friend function? Friend function is a function which is not a member of a class but still can access private variables of that class. Okay, so how it can access? Because it is a friend function, it is a friend to that class. Okay, how do you declare a friend function? You have to use the friend keyword. Next is, why do you use the friend function? Okay, friend function is used to perform operations on objects of different classes. For example, suppose we have mm, for example, suppose we have two types of classes. One class is student class and another class is library class. The student class will hold information about a student, for example roll number, marks 1 and marks 2. Library class will hold information like roll number and number of books issued by the student. Okay, now suppose you want to check whether you want to award degree to this student or not. Okay, so you have, what you have to do is you will have to check that you can award degree. There is a condition for awarding degree, that the total marks should be greater than 50 and number of books issued by the user, number of books issued by the student should be equals to 0. Okay, there should be no books issued by the user and he should have more than 50 marks. Then only you can award degree to that student. Then only you can award degree. So in this case, there are objects of two different classes, student and library. If you use a normal function, if you are not using a friend function, if you are using a normal member function, that it can access objects of only one type of class. It can access objects of only student class or it can access objects of only library class. Now you want to access objects of a student as well as library class, because different information is provided in these objects. Okay, marks information is provided in this class and number of books issued by the student is provided in this class. So if you want to store if you want to if you want to perform operations on objects of different classes, then you have to use a friend function. So now you have understood why do you use a friend function. A friend function is used to perform operations on objects of different classes. Okay, why don't we use member function to perform operations on objects of different class? Why don't we use member function? Because member function can't access private variables of all classes. Member function can access private variables of only class to which it belongs. Okay, whereas friend function can access private variables of all classes. That is why we use a friend function. So what is the difference between friend function and member function? A friend function, so there is some differences that you need to understand. In friend function there is no calling object. Why? A friend function, very important point, in friend function there is no calling object, always remember. And in a member function there is a calling object. In the last example of object passing, we have seen that this is how you will call the friend function, member function. Okay, object 3 dot add object 1 comma object 2. So object 3 was your calling function and object 1 and 2 are your passing objects. Object 3 is your calling object, object 1 and 2 are your passing object. Here in a friend function you do not have any calling object. Okay, so you have to write it like this: object 3 equals to, there is an assigning object. I will explain it later. So there is no calling object, just understand. And there can be passing objects. Object 1 and 2 are passing object, and object 3 will be assigning object, but there will be no calling object, means that there will be no dot here. Object 3 dot, there is no dot. Object 3 equals to can be there, but object 3 dot add function cannot be there in case of friend function. Okay, second difference is that in friend function all the objects are of different classes. Object 1, object 2 and object 3 are of different class. In member function these all three objects are of same class. Next, member function, a friend function is a not part of any class. Okay, if someone asks you whether a friend function is a part of any class or not, you will say no, it is not a part of any class. But member function can be part of any class. Okay. Now let us understand how to write friend function. So before understanding how to write friend function, you should know these important points. There are 5 types of objects. Okay, calling object you already know that whichever object is used to call the, whichever object you write the first, that is your calling object. Okay, so suppose in this example, object 3 is your calling object, object 1 and 2 are your passing objects. So you already know about passing object. Okay, now in this case there is a you have to understand result object or temporary object, returning object and assigning object. These 3 types of object you have to understand. Okay, now in this case of friend function there is no calling object, but calling object is replaced by assigning object. Okay, what is an assigning object? You will use an equal to sign before this. So object 3 equals to add friend object 1 comma object 2. Okay, so this is your friend function, and these are your passing objects, and this is your assigning object. There is no calling object. Object 3 dot we are not doing, we are doing object 3 equals to. So calling object is replaced by assigning object. Okay, so how do you decide which object should be assigning object? To whichever object you want to make changes. Okay, make changes, that will be your assigning object. Suppose if you want to add object 1 and object 2, if you want to add these two and store it in object 3, then object 3 will be your assigning object. Okay, same rule will follow that we followed in calling object. Okay, next point is what is your returning object? Temp object. Okay, so you will not so you will add object 1 and object 2 and store it to object 3. This is your task. Your task is to add object 1 and object 2 and store it to object 3. This is your task. You need to add this and store it. So you will not directly store object 1 and object 2 object 3. What you will do, you will not do it directly. You will add this to a temporary object. Okay, and then you will copy this temporary object to object 3. Okay, so you will do it in 2 steps. First you will add these 2 objects in a temporary objects, and then you will copy this temporary object to object 3. Okay, so inside your function I am just explaining you what are the different types of objects. What is a returning object, what is a passing object, what is a calling object. This will help you better understand the to better understand and write the code of friend function. Okay, so now you will have to what you will have to do, you will have to add these, you will have to create a temporary object. Okay, this temporary object should be of same class that of this object, assigning object. This temporary object and assigning object should be same class. Now you will add this object and this object. You will add these passing objects to temporary object, and then you will return this temporary object. Okay, so this will be your temporary object and you will return it. So your returning object will be your temporary object. What is your temporary object? It will, you will add marks of object 1 and object 2 to this temporary object, and then you will return it. Okay, so this will be your returning object as well, and this will be your assigning object. So so there are 5 types of object. One is your calling object. Okay, so calling object or assigning object. Okay, these two are written here. Calling object or assigning object is written here. These are your passing object. Okay, and this is your temporary object that you will create, and this will be your, this temporary object will be a returning object. So these 5 types of objects you have understood: calling object, assigning object, passing object, temporary object, and return object. Okay, this temporary object and returning object will be same. First point. Second point is that in a friend function there will be no calling object, there will be assigning object, and in a object passing function there will be no assigning object, there will be a calling object. Okay, and passing objects will always be there. So these are the 5 types of objects. Now let us see how do you create a friend function, how do you write the code to create a friend function. Okay, so so there will be 3 classes. Always remember, for a friend function there will be more than one class, so there will be 3 classes. I am taking example of 3 classes. Okay, so you will have to write something. So in this case you will have to declare these classes before. Okay, this is called forward declaration. Forward declaration, you will have to declare all the classes. Okay, okay, let me explain this example first. In this example you have three classes. One is your subject one, then you have subject two, and then you have total. Okay, in subject one you have theory marks and practical marks. In subject 2 you have theory marks and practical marks. In total you have theory total and practical total. Okay, these are the variables inside these 3 classes. Okay, you will create objects for this class, you will create object for this class, you will create object for this class. Okay, so this will be your object 1, object 2, and object 3. Okay, now what you have to do is you have to add these theory marks of subject 1 and subject 2 and copy these to total. You will have to add practical marks of subject 1 and subject 2 and copy these to total. This is your task. So for this you will create these 3 classes. Okay, then you will create these 3 objects, and then you will copy the then you will call friend function like this, add friend, and you will pass object 1 and object 2. This is what you need to do. Okay, you will pass object 1 and object 2, and you will assign these to object 3. Okay, so how you will do, you will have to create 3 classes. Okay, and then before in this you have to write this forward declaration. Why we are writing forward declaration? Suppose you have not written these 2 classes, you have not declared these classes. Okay, so inside this class 1, when you are writing the friend function, then you are passing this subject 1 as passing object 1 and subject 2 as passing object 2. Okay, but these 2 classes you have not written here. Okay, these 2 classes you have written after this. Subject 1 class you have written here. Okay, so this will give you an error, because the subject 1 class you are creating an object of this class, but this class you have defined later in your code. This class you have defined later, and subject 2 class you have defined later, so it will give an error here. So to remove that error you have to declare it these classes here. This is called forward declaration. Okay, then your compiler will know that there are 2 classes of subject 2 and total. So when it comes here there will be no error. It already knows that there is a class called subject 2. Okay, so you will have to write forward declaration, then you will write then you will define your class 1. This is your class 1, and inside this class you will write a friend function. Okay, your friend function will be returning an object. Okay, understand this, that your friend function will return an object and assign that object to this copy that object to this object. Okay, so so the return type of your friend function will have a return type. It will have a return type of total class. Okay, so let's come here. So this is your friend function. You will write the friend keyword, then you will write the return type. There will be no void. Okay, there will be no void. The return type will be total, and then function name, and then you will create these 2 functions. Okay, now you have to understand that these two objects should be of different classes, subject 1 and subject 2. Okay, earlier we only have one class, student po1, student po2, but now there are 3 classes, subject 1, subject 2, and total. So these 2 objects should be of different classes. Next, you will write all the functions of class 1. Subject 1 is your class 1, you will write all the functions. You will not write friend function here. you will write friend function at last. Okay, always remember that you will write friend function at last, and you will write only once. Friend function will not be written multiple times, you will write it only once and at last. Okay, then now comes your class 2. This is your second class. Inside this class also you will declare the friend function, and then next comes your class 3. Okay, then you will write the functions of second class. Then comes your class 3. This is your third class. Inside this class also you have created a friend function. Then you will write the functions of third class. After that comes the important part. You will define your friend function. Okay, after all the classes, class 1, then functions of this class 2, then functions of this class 3, then function of this class, then you will write friend function. Okay, so here you will define your friend function. So we will see later how to define that friend function. Next comes your main function. Inside the main function you will call it like this. Okay, so these are the steps that you need to follow. Now let us see how to declare a friend function and how to define it. Okay, so to declare a friend function, let us take an example of set function. Now in a set function your return type is void, but I have explained that in a friend function your return type should be total. Okay, your friend function will add these two objects to a temporary object, and it will return that temporary object. So the type of this return type of this temporary object is total. Second, this friend function do not belong to any class, so this should be empty. Third, this friend function, you will write the name of friend function, and then you will pass these objects as passing objects, and these objects will belong to different classes. Okay, next you have how to define your friend function. Now let us see how to define a friend function. Okay, so to define a friend function you need to write total, and then you do not need to write any class name here. Okay, for example, earlier we used to write student set, but here friend function is not part of any class, so you will not write student. You will simply write total and then function name, and then you will pass the objects, and inside this you will define the friend function. Now let us see how to define it. Okay, this is the most important part, how to define this friend function. Okay, so you will always start with the function call. This is your function call. Function call means how you will call that function inside main. So you will call it like this. You will create three objects of different classes, object 1, object 2 and object 3. You want to add object 1 and object 2 and copy to object 3, so you will call it like this. Okay, now what you will do, you will so the first step is that you will have to change the name of these objects. Okay, and there is no calling object. Earlier there was a calling object, but there is no calling object this time. There you only have these variables, these passing objects. Okay, now you will write the names variables of these objects. So the variables, so we have three classes. Okay, we have three classes, and this is your total class, this is your subject 1, and this is your subject 2. Okay, inside subject 1 you have variable theory and practical, inside subject 2 you have variable theory and practical, inside total you have variable theory total and practical total. Okay, now for this you will change the name of these objects. You will change it to po1, you will change it to po2. Okay, then what you will do, you will write the variables of these objects. You will have to write the variables. So the variables of po1 will be po1 dot theory, po1 dot practical. Variables of po2 will be po2 dot theory, po2 dot practical. Okay, now you will add this to a temporary object. This temporary object should be this return, should be of type this. Okay, so let us create a temporary object. It should be of class total. Okay, this temporary object should be of class total. Then what you will do, you will you will have to add this and copy this to this. Okay, so what is this variable? This variable is your po1 dot theory, and this is your po2 dot theory, and this is your temp dot theory total. So you will write temp dot theory total equals to po1 dot theory plus po2 dot theory. Then what you will write? You will write po1 dot practical. Now you want to add this and copy this to this. So you will write temp dot practical total. Okay, this is your temp dot practical total equals to po1 dot practical plus po2 dot practical equals to po1 dot practical plus po2 dot practical. Okay, so this is how you will, this is the logic for writing the function definition. First you will write the function call, then you will write the passing objects, then you will write the variables of that passing objects, then you will create a temporary objects, then you will add those passing objects and copy them to temporary object. Okay, finally what you will do, you will return this temporary object, return temp, and then when you return this temporary object, this temporary object will be returned and copied to this object, object 3. Okay, so that is why you are returning it. So this is how you will do it. This is these are the same steps that you follow. Okay, always remember, first of all you write the function call, then you will write function call like this, then you will have to decide which are the calling object, which are the passing objects. After deciding that, you will write the change the name of these passing objects, then you will write the variables, then you will perform the task, whatever task is given to you. And here you will create a total temporary object first, and then you will perform this task on that temporary object, and then finally you will return the temporary object and it will be assigned to object 3. Okay, so this is what is happening here. So this is the main part that you need to get, that you need to write. Okay, now this will come in your this will be put in your function definition. Okay, now let us see the complete code for this one. Okay, so finally let us see the complete code for friend function. Okay, you have to create 3 classes, subject1, subject2 and subtotal. Then you will create 1 objects of each class, subject1, subject2 and total. Okay, these are classes, these are not objects. Okay, so you will have to create objects, then you will have to add objects of subject1 and subject2 and copy those objects to total. Let us see how you will do it. So first of all you will write class subject2 class total. Okay, these are the forward declaration that I told you. Then you will write the first class, this is your class 1, this is your class 1. You will write the variables, you will write set function, you will write get function, and then you will write the friend function. Okay, inside class 1, this friend function will come inside every class. Now you will have to write the friend keyword here. Okay, and return type is total. Okay, return type is total. Total is your third class, class 3 is total, so return type will be total. And you will pass these 2 objects, po1 and po2, and these 2 objects will belong to different classes. It will belong to subject1 and it will belong to subject2. Okay, so this is your first class. Now you will write functions of class 1. Okay, and friend function must be written after all the classes. You will not write friend function here, it will be written after all the classes, otherwise there will be an error. Okay, so now you will define the set function for class 1, then you will define get function for class 1, and then your class 2 will come. This is your second class, class 2. Inside this class you have these 2 variables, and then you will write set function, get function, and then you will write the friend function. Okay, again remember that this is the return type of friend, this is friend keyword, this is the return type of friend function, and then you will write 2 different objects inside this friend function. Okay, after that you will write functions of class 2, you will write functions of second class. Okay, and then you will not write friend function here, it will be written after third class. So this is set function for class 2, this is get function. Okay, next comes your class 3, third class is your total class, this is your class 3. Okay, these are the variable, then you will write set function, you will write get function, and again you will write friend function. Okay, and then you will write all the functions of total class. Okay, set function you will write, get function you will write, and finally you can see that friend function is written only one. Okay, after writing all the functions of third class, you will write the friend function. So this is your friend function, very important. Okay, friend function is written only once and it must be written at last after all the classes. So your all the classes are written. Now you will write your friend function. Okay, so suppose you used to write void uh, student. I am taking example of set function, set int xyz. Okay, now in this case, in the friend function, you do not need to write void. There is a return type total. Okay, so you will write total here. And then friend function is not a member of any class, so you do not need to write this. So there is no class name. After that, you will write the name of function. So you will write the name of function, then you will pass these two objects. Inside the friend function, we have already seen what we have done. We have created a temporary objects, then we copy and add we will add passing objects and copy them to temporary objects. Again we will add passing object and copy them to temporary object, then you will return the temporary object. Okay, so this returning object and this return type should be same. Okay, this returning object is temp is of total class and their return type should be total. Okay, if you are writing void here and you are returning temp, then it will be an error. Okay, so this is how you will define the friend function, and this is the most important part. If you know how to define this one, and then you can easily write friend function. Okay, next comes your main function. You will have to create one object of each class, then you will create s1. This is an object of class subject 1, s2 is an object of class subject 2, and t is an object of class subject 3. Then you will assign values to these objects. So now let me write here. Suppose this is an object t, this is an object s1, this is an object s2. So for this object we have theory marks and practical mark, theory marks and practical mark, theory total and practical total. Okay, for s1 you are assigning 99 and 98, 99 and 98. For s2 you are assigning 1 comma 2. For s2 object you are assigning 1 and 2. Now I need to add theory marks and store it in total. I need to add practical marks and store it in total. Okay, so I need to store it in this value, in this object. I need to copy, or I think or we can say that I need to make changes to this object. So this will be your assigning object. Okay, always remember, to whichever object you want to make changes, that will be your assigning object. So you will call your function like this: s equals to friend add, and then you will, these two will be your passing objects, s1 comma s2. Okay, so this is how you will do it. T equals to friend add s1 comma s2. S1 and s2 are your passing object, and t is your t is the object to which you want to make change, to which you want to add. Okay, after the calling this function, you will check the value of t object. T object is your this object, so the output should be 99 plus 100, and this 98 plus 200. So here the output should be 100 comma 100. Okay, so this is how you will create friend function. Okay, so that's it. The main part is to understand how to write the function definition, right? How to write this function definition, this part. This is what you should understand. Okay, so that's it. Now let us stop now.